Jace, how would you describe what this competition has been like this summer?
Yeah, the competition from the day Coach Longo got here and Coach Brown's staff, it's been day in, day out. We got 3 great quarterbacks that we all work hard, we all hold each other accountable. We come in every day and we just work our butt off. And it's actually great because we're all friends. That's the good thing about it. There's no bad blood. We're helping each other out, holding each other accountable, and at the end of the day, we're there for each other. So that's what's great about this.
Cade said he had a little anxiety about time camp started. Did you have any? And has it been fun and stressful? More fun, more stressful?
This is my second training camp, so going in, I think it's natural to have a little bit of anxiety, a little nervousness, just because there's a lot on the line, given the fact that there's 3 of us going for the job. But it's been a blast. There's not a day in here where I'm dead, the team's dead. Like, we all come in here and it's like a game every day, and that's the big difference in what making training camp miserable and what's getting us through it is the energy.
How much do you think having that kind of competition and having to be at that high level every day? I know Coach Brown said that you guys may move up or down based on one throw. How much do you think that'll make whoever wins this job a little bit more prepared for the heat of an opener against a team like South Carolina?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for the 3 of us to better our games because, like you said, Coach Brown is very tough on us. Every throw does have an impact on where we stand, and that makes us rise to the level of the competition. So
Mac did say that one of the negatives of having this kind of quarterback race is one guy wasn't able to stand out really as a leader quite yet. How have you guys kind of approached that and tried to deal with that aspect of it?
Yeah, that's something you can't take for granted because at the quarterback position, you got to be a leader. And I think day in and day out, we go and each morning we wake up, we got to remember that we got to lead this team. We got to set the example. We just got to go out there and do our thing.
A couple of weeks into camp, do you have any idea? Is there any way to know kind of where you stand in this race?
Not at all. Coach Longo said it. The 3 of us, we're all even right now. We all have different games. We all bring different things to the table. But it's just going to come down to the last minute, just grinding it out and seeing who can be the most productive on the field.
How much of your career here at Carolina would be invested in winning this job versus being told you didn't get it?
Say that again?
How much of your career here, your time here, rests on how this thing plays out? Are you Carolina through and through 4 years, or is it partially a?
I don't try to think about the future. I think in this profession, you got to take it day by day. Otherwise, you're going to catch yourself worrying about things you don't need to be worrying about. You're going to be worrying about opponents that aren't coming up, worrying about years that aren't here. We got to take it day in and day out and just work on ourselves right now.
One of the meetings with Phil, he spoke about taking each of you aside individually for time that you can just drill in on your stuff.
Yeah.
What has that done for you?
That's extremely helpful because, like I said earlier, we all have our differences. We all have our different types of game. And so when we go in and one-on-one with Coach Longo, it helps us develop our personal game. Not necessarily, at the same time we're learning the offense, we're learning, more about the defense, but we get to kind of hone in on our specific game.
Players will talk about leadership being a big decision maker and what they want to look for in a quarterback. What do you do as a leader to help his team and stuff?
I think to be a leader, first and foremost, you gotta do the right things. So I focus on myself every day, waking up, making sure that I have a positive attitude coming into the offices, and just try to bring the guys up when we're out on the field, when we're in the offices, when we're back at the hotel, just creating relationships, and that's really what it's all about.
With the lack of competition in spring ball, where they just wanted you to learn the offense, was that beneficial for the quarterbacks?
Absolutely. The fact that they kind of just told us straight up, we're not going to decide this spring, allowed us to really dive into the playbook and make sure we knew what we were doing, rather than just going out and having so much pressure on our backs to try to win the job right there. We got to kind of just relax and make sure we knew what we were doing to really understand the offense.
Being friends, like you said, how does that change things as far as this quarterback conversation goes? How does it affect?
It helps. It helps in a lot of ways. There's obviously a switch you got to flip when you're out on the field when that competition arises. But in terms of helping each other out, leadership-wise, learning the playbook, working with other guys, it's huge because you got 3 guys that, you know, we all love every guy on this team and would do anything for him. And that's what it really comes down to, is helping those around us get better.
Was it frustrating for you not to be able to practice from the scrimmage on Saturday?
I think it's a smart thing to do. You know, going into the day, I was going to go, but Coach Longo just thought it was smartest to keep me out, just to make sure nothing got more serious than what it was.
Were you able to get any kind of mental reps watching the scrimmage? That
The whole time, yeah. Every play, I'm back there going through in my head. You know, no plays off. That's my motto.
What do you like about this offense, and how do you think it fits your skill set?
I think it gives us a lot of options. I love throwing the ball. I love running. I love the personnel we have up front, the personnel we have outside, and then the personnel we have in the backfield. It's really well-rounded to kind of touch on the skill sets of everybody that's in the offense.
Is there a lot of running for the quarterback? And that's, you call it one of the most athletic quarterbacks.
Yeah, a lot of it's within the play. Yeah.
What have you learned under Phil Longo so far?
Not to be so uptight about things. Like, this is a game. We go out and we play ball, and we gotta love what we do, and we gotta do it instinctively. Because if you do it instinctively, you're gonna play fast, and that's the whole point of the offense.
How long is that mustache in reality?
I'm still working on it. But it's been about 3 weeks maybe.
Okay.
I'm working real hard though.
What was the inspiration for it? Just something
It's electric.
you needed
know?
to do?
Yeah, it's electric. I figured going into camp, you know, you can't have guys down. We need some electricity through this building. So I figured the mustache, the Fu Manchu might help a little bit.
The QB race was decided between facial hair between you and Sam. What did it?
I've got it.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.